So we have top 5 albums, okay? So I'm gonna start off with my 5 and then give my reasons as to why. We'll just go around in the circle, basically. So, top 5 albums. So, at number 5, and mind you, I kept mine all the way hip hop. Number 5, Compton from Dr. Dre. Number 4, if you're reading this, is Too Late from Drake. Number 3, the documentary from The Game, or documentary part 2, I should say. Number 2, The Incredible True Story from Logic. And number 1, To Pimp a Butterfly from Kendrick Lamar. Now, I give Dr. Dre the number 5 slot just because it was his first album in like 13 years, I think. And basically, it caused a stir within the hip hop community because at the same time, Straight Outta Compton just came out. And on top of that, a lot of the artists who were on this album actually kind of like held their own weight. There are a few guys who were kind of forgettable, and it was mostly like the veteran guys who didn't really have like that great of verses. But then you had a lot of the fresh guys like Kendrick Lamar who dominated all 3 of the tracks that he was on. You had someone like John Connor who destroyed like the only 2 tracks that he was on, but he killed it. Marshall Ambrosius was on like half of the album, just doing harmonizing and vocals. You had a new guy by the name of Anderson .Paak, who was a singer, and like he made his presence known as well. He has a very unique, distinct voice, so look out for him as well. And then on top of that, you had someone like Snoop Dogg kind of felt a little bit more reinvigorated. There are times where like I didn't even recognize that it was Snoop on the track because he was just rapping with a different flow. He sounded a bit more hungry. So overall, I appreciated the efforts of all the artists that are on that record as well. And Eminem had a dope verse on Medicine Man. In my opinion, that should have been what I Need a Doctor should have been like, because I Need a Doctor was kind of corny as hell in my opinion. Medicine Man was dope. So that's the reason why I put Compton on there. If reading this is too late, I mean, it was a good album, but to me, I didn't put it any higher because to me it was just a mixtape. Like there was nothing on that record that made me realize why he named it. If you're reading this is too late, like it wasn't really. Song-wise, it wasn't telling a story, but we all know why he named it.
You expect
exactly. Say what?
You expect it more than the future?
Of course I do. Come on, what kind of dumbass question is that? Anyways. There you go. Yeah. So yeah, like that's the main reason why I put that on there. But overall, it had some bangers in it. I liked it. It was dope. It was cool. It, like again, shattered records. So good for him on that. The documentary too from The Game. Holy crap! Where has this game been for the last 10 years? Like he really stepped it up. I'll say this: he's been slacking on like the last 2 or 3 albums that he's had, but this one he sounded a lot more hungry. The production was on point. He kind of did his thing where he likes to mimic other artists as well, but he kind of toned down on that on this album a little bit. But for the most part, I liked it. And then number 2, Incredible True Story from Logic. This was a sleeper album. Not many people are talking about this. A lot of people see Logic as more like an underground cat. But this guy signed to Def Jam, but Def Jam's not really pushing him. And he created a concept album about his album kind of being one of the last great albums to come out, you know, before the world kind of ended, basically. So you would have to listen to the album to kind of get the concept of it. But it's kind of an album that you can listen to as like a new backpack fan, but also as like a traditional hip-hop fan as well. It kind of bridges a gap. And he also shows his versatility as an artist, basically. He doesn't just do hip-hop. He can actually sing as well. So he has a lot of good offerings on that. And then number 1, To Pimp a Butterfly, Kendrick. The rest is history. Like, that was the best album of 2015. Like, it came out in March. It still has staying power to this day right now. Like, there's nothing topping that, at least from the rap context. So that's my take. Gam, your top 5.
But here's mine. I went on, I did the pop thing as well. So number 5, Rodeo by Travis Scott. The only reason why I put this one on there is because out of like the leaders of the new school, these young kids who are like kind of hipsterish or whatever. You know that new look that they're all trying to, I don't even know what they call it, but like Travis Scott, he's like the leader of all of them. So no, but his album was pretty dope. I really liked it, and this kid.
I'm sorry, I wasn't feeling that. I wasn't feeling that album.
It's different. No, listen, for that kind of rap that he's trying to do, and those kind of kids coming up, that's what these kids like, and he's their leader. So everybody loves him. I think he's gonna be a big force next year. In the next few years to come, he's gonna be one of the top ones. To Pimp a Butterfly, Kendrick Lamar, obviously, because he just shattered everything that hip-hop is supposed to sound like, and he made it work and showed everybody what he's really worth. I said Beauty Behind the Madness by The Weeknd because he totally went out of his lane, still kept his original sound, but he's still doing, he went a lot more pop and got a lot more fans, and like, you can see he's changing right now. So I'm excited to see what he comes up with. I think he's the biggest pop star of right now, so and he can only get bigger. Purpose by Justin Bieber, and the only reason why I say that
was
is
an
because
early one, wasn't it?
no, this came out this year.
Like a later one. Sorry,
Yeah.
They came out like what, last month or something?
Yeah, it just dropped.
Okay.
This is a new one.
You know you have that album.
And you're still putting it on your top 5?
This is why I put it on my top 5. One, because it sold like a mother effer.
You too.
Two, because listen, Justin Bieber, we're all older than him, and he came up like a young kid. Everyone's like, oh, Justin Bieber, blah, blah, making fun of him. Mm-hmm. But tell me now he's not making mature music that we can all rock to. I don't mind listening to Justin Bieber anymore.
I'm gonna say this, man. I feel
he's
like
making mature music.
I feel like he was a better singer when he was younger than he is right now. I feel like puberty kind of took like the wrong toll on him.
You like that squeaky little kiddish voice he had?
Okay, but right now, like he can't really harmonize that well though. He sounds.
He's not picking like the crazy songs that he did when he was a kid.
I know, but I'm just saying, like vocally, like his range is kind of dwindled down a little bit. Like it sounds very, very faint. In my opinion.
He's not singing as crazy as before. That's for sure. But hey, that's his style, and obviously the number 1 album I have to go with Adele because she came out of nowhere and broke every record in the book, so can't hate on that.
All right then, Gavin, it's on you, man. Your top 5 albums of the year, please.
Top 5 albums of the year. Whether you agree it's a mixtape or not, if you're reading this too late, honestly, if that's a mixtape, it just goes to show how far ahead Drake is of everyone else. Because that had some album quality and then some. It was, and what I love most about it is he used a lot of local producers that was put on for a lot of his homies, a lot of his friends, a lot of the people that he can't put on his main projects. Mm-hmm. So shout out to him for that. And shout out to him doing it like Beyonce, and shout out to him for being the first rapper to go platinum off of something he didn't even promote.
Fair enough.
So you got to give it that. Obviously, I got to give it to Kendrick just so the hip hop heads to be happy with it. I support what Kendrick's doing. I like the realism.
You don't like the album?
You
don't like the album, no?
He doesn't.
I support what Kendrick's doing. I support him wholeheartedly. I rock with Kendrick. I
see you've had media training.
He's doing it all off the stats.
For real.
I'm not doing it off the stats. I'm not a Kendrick Lamar fan, but I'm a fan of what Kendrick does. I'm a fan of Kendrick music. I'm just not a Kendrick Lamar fan, and that's no hate. You don't have to be a fan of everything. I just, for one reason or another, I've never been a Kendrick Lamar fan. I probably will never be a Kendrick Lamar fan, but I'm a Kendrick Lamar supporter. I support everything he does. I support what Top Dog does. And shout out to everyone out there doing their thing. But it's not me. It's not for me.
Okay, so let me ask you, like, what is it about Kendrick that you're not a fan of? Because I'm kind of curious.
You see it, and I've never been able to put my thumb on that, right? Like, what is it about Kendrick that I just don't like, and I don't know what it is. Mm-hmm. I have absolutely no clue.
His style.
Maybe it's his style. Maybe I just don't like conscious rappers.
Fair enough. That's how everyone's taste.
Yeah, I want to hear that booty shaking music. Twerk it.
No, boy. Here you go. That was number 3 on your list, correct?
That was number 3.
Okay, so what's remaining on yours?
Hello, I know this is supposed to be hip hop, but again, don't be surprised if she does a feature with Drake and makes that hip hop. Mm-hmm. Why is Hello there? Just like Yam said, they Goliath Paul. My apologies. Who you started that?
I'm gonna kill y'all.
She didn't go the digital marketing route. She literally broke all the rules that came with it. And if you listen to the album, it's absolutely beautiful. By the time it's done, you'll be calling your mom, your grandma, everyone, like wishing them like you were there for them type thing. Mm-hmm. But more so, she followed all the standard rules that the industry are now telling you don't exist no more. Mm-hmm. All the things like the pre-promo, the things like going out there and hitting it and not really being around for a year and a half. Like she literally took a break to have a family, and that goes against every rule they tell you now. You want, as an artist, to say you break, you better stay on the road or you're done. Mm-hmm. Well, she did. And guess what? Mm-hmm. You know what our concert just did, right?
There you go, man.
4 dates back-to-back in Toronto, sold out 20 minutes. 2 days back.
Stupid numbers.
They're selling those tickets for $2,000 a pop right now.
Stupid numbers.
Stupid numbers. You guys are going to laugh at this one, but I'm going to give this one to Machine Gun Kelly. Why? Because
oh my God!
Hold on. I'm an MGK fan. I'm an MGK fan.
He has not done anything.
I was with him until then.
Whoa!
All the way.
Oh my God! Wow! Hold on!
Listen to the album.
Wait!
This is the best release he's ever had, man.
But hold on. Okay, best for him, good. But
it depends how you
over Adele. Come on, man. Like Drake had a better album than him. What?
In the offense, I haven't heard the album.
Exactly.
PS2 was better than that.
Exactly.
Right?
Don't go that far. Hold up. Now you're dissing.
I'll almost go that far. I don't even like Future.
Now you're dissing.
Jay, what's your top 5, man? I'm all flabbergasted about this. God
damn. Let's get it. I had some ties on here. So number 5, it was a split. Y'all are gonna hate me for this. It was a split between the Tory Lanez album.
No,
I'll
stop.
explain. Can I get into it? We let you mention Bashik.
I know, right?
You get into this right now?
Violation.
Jeez, it was a split between
You're really from Brampton, eh?
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm trying to be proud about it too. I'm trying. Mike, this man's from Brampton too. Don't let him confuse you.
I know, right? I was about to say, yo.
But
Flex your
yeah,
hands.
it was a split between the Tory Lanez album and also a split between J. Cole. Now, the reason why, you know I'm a J. Cole fan. I only put J. Cole number 5 because the album did come out end of 14. So I couldn't really give J. Cole a higher number. It would be insulting. But I love this J. Cole album. If this was 2014, I'd have it number 1, but I can't. So I'm going to leave it number 5. Tory Lanez is only there because, yes, I'm trying to support the hometown. But also, you got to remember, this is an artist solely from a small town like Brampton who came out with a song, Say It. Yes, he used a nice little sample, but at the same time, this is like, what is it, top 5 on the Billboard?
I
Like,
can't figure that out.
Yeah.
We'd have to go
I
research
saw that
that.
today. Actually.
I saw that
What?
yesterday.
Top what? Billboard 100 or top 5? Like,
When I saw that,
hold on. Is it top 5? One? Is it like top
I'm not too
100
sure. I
or is
think
it
it's-
top rap records?
I think it's 100. I don't think it's rap records. And the whole thing is, like, I don't really hear it on the radio here, but I know everybody loves it. Like, I drive through my city, it's in cars. I don't hear it on the radio. That's why I'm shocked. I don't hear it like I hear The Weeknd on every radio station known to man. Second, I had to go with...
We're gonna be number 4, right?
Sorry, number 4. You know what I mean.
Yeah.
Number 4. I had to go with... It was between The Game and The Weeknd. Now, The Game, I have to admit, since the first documentary, this is a nice fucking album.
It's true.
I can't even lie. Like, this is a nice album. There's some track I don't like, but it's a nice album. I know you're about to get on some shit.
He lost me so much I didn't bother listening to it.
And you know what? I feel that. The same way you feel about The Game is the same way I feel about Lupe. Fuck him.
Wow!
Lost me so much, I don't give a fuck.
Disrespect.
Lost me. This is why when he was talking about Kendrick, he said, I don't give a fuck. I've lost the will to give a fuck about Lupe.
God
I
damn.
gave a fuck for so long. You know that girl that be dating that guy for so long, you just keep dogging her out and she's like, fuck it. I feel like that bitter girl on Facebook right now. Fuck Lupe. I don't give a shit.
Just been talking too much shit too often and ain't delivered.
Exactly. When it comes to The Weeknd, though, I don't even like The Weeknd. I thought his music was depressing. This is the first whole album I actually took in. I was like, I like it. It has a concept. The production is nice. He's actually saying shit I actually like. I took it in front to back. Taking it, it's actually nice. Okay, I'll stop with the doubles. I'll get to the singles now. Number 3, I had Logic.
Okay.
I just took in the Logic album about a month ago. I just personally bought it last week. Took it in front to back. I love the concept. I've never seen it done before.
True.
I love the story. I love the cameos he has going in and out to tell the story. Reminds me of a Kendrick, but it's about space. You can't get mad at that, man. He's pushing the envelope, and I like it. He's still underground. I think it's mostly because of his sound and his content. You know, conscious rappers don't get no love.
True.
Number 2, Drake. If you're reading this, it's too late. Now, same thing Gev said. I'm not even going to try to reiterate what he said, but it's the same shit, man. Like, you got to applaud the man. I find Drake does shit and nobody sits there and claps. Everybody claps for somebody else. Nobody, at least nobody in this city claps. We know that.
What are you talking about?
What? No, in the world, in this city, nobody claps.
Yeah, Toronto forever be hating on Drake.
Nobody
I don't know
claps
about
in
that,
this
man.
city. In
I
the world, they
don't know.
clap.
I think maybe around the hip hop people.
Exactly, yeah. It depends on
Outside
what
of that,
audience,
people
yeah.
love
It depends on
Drake.
what
All I'm
audience,
saying is
yeah.
respect the man for coming out with a mixtape and having it be that.
Like when it's a casual fan,
of
then they're
course.
all over it. If it's like a hip hop crowd, then it's almost 50-50 in the
Like-
sense.
Hip hop crowd, we're gonna scrutinize him more because we know what he's doing, we know the background, and
Yeah.
there's a lot of in between. But
I usually don't like every Drake album. I did like this one. I didn't like that Future shit. I like 2 tracks off it, but I liked it. And number 1, I had to go with the Kendrick Lamar, To Pimp a Butterfly. It's self-explanatory. You can't even touch that. Like everyone said, he's changing the end. You can't touch him, man. There's nothing to really say about him.
it was a risky move, but he pulled it off.
He did.
Risky move.
I feel like the fact that he has Dr. Dre back to him and what
I felt
have
like
you,
I was
it
listening
helps
to
a lot.
Malcolm
It's
X
his
sermon
time,
the whole
it's his
time.
time.
You what?
I felt like I was listening to a Malcolm X sermon the whole time.
Oh wow,
Be like that.
this guy does not want to learn at all, man.
I want to learn, but I don't want to learn from dudes who
He wants
who
to
selling
turn
one,
up.
want to sell one thing at the same time. Playing a song called what's that first track he did with Drake, 2 Chainz, and all of them.
My
Problems?
Yeah.
Okay, but he was featured on the record. It wasn't his
Right,
record.
that was his record.
No, it wasn't.
No,
that was
his
A$AP
record.
Rocky's record.
Was that whatever?
Yeah.
The point being though, like
Either-
you
okay.
know what? I think he started being
Tupac
paid-
did the same thing.
Exactly. Like,
You know what? Pac was crazy enough that even though he was being a G about it,
Oh.
at all times you
Hold on,
recognize
hold on.
that yo he meant.
I got this. Okay, so here's the thing.
I hate it when one artist does like a particular brand of music very well, but then the minute they cross over to something else, then they get branded as a sellout or a fake or whatever. At the end of the day, you're an artist. You have the right to express yourself in any form or fashion. So just because the majority of Kendrick's content is perceived as conscious doesn't mean he's obligated to do conscious. No, it's real talk though. Even if you listen to Section 80, even at the end of that record, he says that he's not the next work. Right? You about to get this work? No, but even But even at the end of the record, at the end of the Section 80 record, he prefaces everything by saying that he's not the next socially conscious aware MC. And so that right there tells you that you should expect more from him than just black power, I'm black and the black and black.
Like, he's playing that. And I don't like my emotions being played and toyed with. I want a booty rapper that's just being real with me. If I want to go to church, I'll go to church. I don't need my hip hop artists preaching consciousness to me because I know they lying. I know the second they get off that, they're rolling up their backwoods and sipping on they lean and beating their wife. So like, don't be telling me nothing about no nothing.
So okay, so hold on. So what kind of Tupac do you like? Do you like Keep Your Head Up Tupac, or do you like I Get Around Tupac?
I like both the Tupacs.
Okay, so then what's wrong then? So what's wrong then? It's the same shit.
Tupac was a different breed.
No. So here's the thing.
I just don't buy what Kendrick is selling.
See, I hate it. No. Thank you. Hold on. No, keep talking. Go ahead.
I just don't buy what he's selling, man.
I'll say this. The only thing I didn't like about the album was that pop skit at the end. I thought that was corny. Everything else I liked.
There we go. Oh my God. But now here's the thing. What I hate though, I hate when people say, "Oh, yo, Pac did this, Pac did that. He was so versatile."
I'm not even trying to compare to Pac. Why are you even giving him that?
Okay, but you did mention it the first time around.
Y'all mentioned Pac.
No, you did. You mentioned it.
I brought up Pac.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah,
Either way, I hate it when the legends get a pass, but they're so new and current. We always have to like poke a stick at him at the end of the day.
Hey, I respect what he's doing. I respect the fact that the Grammys trying to make up to him by trying to award him for every Grammy known to man. But
they need to because they messed up when they gave the award to Macklemore.
They did,
Everyone knew that Good Kid, Mad City was the best album of 2015.
You know what? Back then, at least Macklemore didn't deserve it. But at the same time, I don't know. I don't buy what he's selling. I don't know. It might be ignorant. It might be arrogant. Maybe I'm the only one who doesn't see it, but I don't see it.
Everybody has
hate. He's a great artist. He's obviously an amazing performer, and maybe he's a great person.
The Grammy does need to be legit at the times when it's time to be legit. Like, don't not give an award to the man and then give him 10 awards the next year.
Yeah.
Like, they're basically doing the same thing they did Taylor Swift. Kanye dissed her next year, every award. It's like just give awards when they are well deserved.
Exactly.
Don't overcompensate the following years and throw everything at them because then somebody else is pissed off.
You know who deserved every Grammy this year? Drake, okay? Drake deserved every Grammy this year. Why? Because numbers talk. And fans don't get up and they don't buy nothing that they don't like. So are we going to agree with the vast majority of people out there? Because money talks, see? I can talk all the crap and say I support you all I want, but I don't really support you till I go out of my way to give up something to show that support.
Okay, but at the end of the day, Drake got nominated for like 5 Grammys, so
Yeah, and he should have nominated for 12 of them.
I disagree, man. I think Kendrick getting the 11 nominations is rightfully deserved.
Because that was like
he deserves a bunch of
because from a commercial and critical standpoint, that was the strongest album of 2015. If we're talking hip hop at the very least, if we're talking hip hop album or just albums overall, that was top 5.
I'm messing.
Let's get to the next topic. Wait, we got your top 5, right? That was your top 5 album.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, cool. All right. So now we're gonna move on to top 5 artists. All right.